Welcome to Gul Knowledge Hub. How are you? Hope you are doing well. I am Gulnaz Islam and today we will cover our topic: will reading books really help you to get fluent? This is the major question because reading books is a passive activity. When you are involved in it, you get different kind of information. Like if you are reading books on politics, you will get the knowledge of politics. If you are reading a book on civilization, you will come to know that how human beings have developed their civilization, how they were living in the past, and you will be able to know the difference between the present and past. And if you are reading books on science and technology, you will get the information about science and technology. You can have the information about humanities, you can have the information about mathematics, you will have the information of different civilization, how they were living in the past. And in this way you gather a lot of information. Books are amazing source of information. They are the storehouse of our knowledge, because without books there is no record of human history, there is no record of human civilization. But the question arises here is that, will reading books really help to get fluent? The answer is that read a book when you read a book or you are reading a book, it is a passive activity, passive inactivity. Passive when you are not actively involved in speaking, you are rather gathering different kinds of sentences, you are gathering different kind of information, you are gathering the sentence structure. But when it comes to speak, you need to require the correct pronunciation, the intonation, the high and low sound, and which words should be stressed and which words should not be stressed. You have read, you have stored information in your brain, you have gathered information regarding politics, sociology, humanities, civilization, humanities, and each and every science and technology, each and everything. You come to know the behavior of human beings, you come to know the psychology of human beings, you come to know the Grecian era, you come to know the Roman era, you come to know how this civilization takes place on the earth. You have every information stored in your mind. You have learned sentence structures, you have learned how sentences are produced, you have learned how different sentences are made, you have learned the grammatical structures, you have learned each and everything. But when it comes to speak language, it comes to speak English language fluently, you require what kind of information you require? You require the correct pronunciation, you require the confidence how to speak. The first and the foremost thing is confidence. You require confidence to speak in front of a native speaker, in front of any speaker, whether he has any rank in the society. You need to require how these words are pronounced, because in English different kinds of words are silent. For example, in no, K is silent. In no, K is silent, and and R is silent in majority of the vowel words. And how it will come to know that you have to silence these words, and some words are stressed and some words are unstressed, and there is the intonation, the changing of sound, where you have to have your voice in a high volume and where you have to lower your pitch. And these are some of the basic rules, which you have to require while having your conversation with any other speaker. Let them aside. You first need confidence. How you will build this confidence? And here are some tips which I will share you, which I have practiced myself. And in this way, reading books will help you a lot in getting fluent, because without information you can't talk, without knowledge you can't talk. You have to deliver your ideas, you have to deliver your thoughts, and books build your ideas, books build your thoughts, books build your mind. And if you want to speak English fluently, the first and the foremost tip is that you have to read books aloud, like dramatic monologue. You have to read books as if you are talking to a book. If you are talking to yourself and you are delivering knowledge and you are delivering information to yourself, like a teacher, like a lecturer, like a principal, like a speaker, you should act as a speaker. while reading aloud. While reading aloud, if you will read book in a loud voice, if you will read books in a loud voice, and if you act like a speaker, if you act like a teacher, if you act like a lecturer, you will come to know that you are building your confidence, you are building up your confidence. And if you are building your confidence, and if you are confident, and if you have gathered information and the storehouse of different kinds of knowledge on politics, sociology, civilization, humanities, science, math, each and everything, and you have confidence, you can speak. You can speak, and you can speak good. And the other method, how can you develop? How can you develop the correct pronunciation, the intonation, and the ability to speak fluently? You have to learn, you have to listen audiobooks. You have to listen audiobooks, because audiobooks are the best source to correct your pronunciation. By reading books, you have gathered information. By listening audio books, you have learned how to pronunciate different kinds of words. You have learned the intonation of words. Then listen and repeat. Listen and repeat again and again audiobooks. This will enhance your capability to speak English fluently. And then you have to act in front of the mirror. Again read the book with that pronunciation. Again read that book with that pronunciation, with that accent. Accent doesn't matter, because we are some continent people. And the thing is that you are delivering the information. It is more important. It is more important. By reading books, you will enhance your vocabulary. You will enhance your information. By audiobooks, you will enhance your pronunciation. You will enhance your intonation system. And these are two basic tips. These are two basic tips. Then write down. What you have learned from audiobooks. Then write down what you have learned from reading books. This will give you authenticity through your thoughts, and you will be fluent in your mind, and your mind will be structured to organize thoughts, and your mind will be structured to organize your thoughts. And this is the first step. If your mind is capable to organize your thought, if your mind is capable to organize and to manage your thoughts in a basic form, and you are able to translate it on the paper, you are better enough to speak in front of the audience, because there are not scattered thoughts in your mind. You have practiced. You have trained your mind to speak. You have trained your mind to manage. You have trained your mind to organize. You have trained your mind to gather information and then translate them on the paper. This is the third foremost step, because writing down on the paper is not a quite easy job. You have to train your mind. You have to select information according to your subject. If you are writing on the politics, you have to gather information only about the politics. If you are writing on the subject of civilization, you have to gather information only on the civilization. And in this way, your mind is trained. Then write down the words which are not known to you. Consult a dictionary or Google in order to find out their meanings. And then repeat them again and again in your conversation. In this way, these words will be incorporated in your speech. These words will be included in your speech. And when you will deliver your speech, these words will automatically come into your mind. By reading books, you have gathered information. By audiobooks, you have learned the pronunciation, the accent. And in this way, by reading books and by audiobooks, you are able to write down on the paper. And if you write down on the paper, your mind is trained to gather information according to the subject. You have built confidence by acting like a speaker, by acting like a teacher. These are some of the steps. And in this way, books will help you a lot, because without books, you are not able to speak information. You are not able to speak on the variety of topics. Books are very important. Books are amazing. Podcasts are amazing. Newscasts are amazing. But you have to speak. After accomplishing all these tasks, the best method comes that you have to speak a lot. You have to speak. You have to practice. Share your knowledge with others. You have read books, you have gathered information, then share it with the others. By sharing it with the others, you will come to know that you are developing your teaching skills, you are developing your conversational skills, you are developing your dialogue skills, you are developing your command over English, and by step you will be in a position to deliver your information in the best comprehensible manner, and the people will be convinced by your talk. And come to the motivation. The motivation of today is that never give up. Will reading books really help to get fluent? Yes, they really help to get fluent in English, because without information, without audiobooks, without written practice, all what you do in your conversation ultimately learn from the books. Everything is learned from the books, and when you practice, all those information from the reading books, from the audio books, what you have written on the paper and what you have delivered to the others will be on the same page. And I am totally agree that, because without books your mind can't mature. Your mind can't mature, and you will be fluent only in English. Because if you have mastery of language and you don't have information, what kind of information you will deliver to the audience? You have no arguments. You have no arguments to argue. You have no information to convey. So reading books really helps to get fluent. Hope you have understood. Never give up. Have your ambitions high, and keep on practicing speaking English, and you will be in the position to deliver your lectures in a comprehensible manner, and you will be fluent in your English speech. Have a nice day.